Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bitcoin's Got Talent with our amazing judges from all over the world. We're going to intro them in just a second. But first of all, I would be remiss if I did not mention this is brought to you by the Orange Pill app. At the Orange Pill app, we're building the social layer for Bitcoin. Are you watching this? You're a part of the Bitcoin social layer, but have you met another Bitcoiner IRL in real life? Maybe you haven't, but we are developing the world's best tool for finding other Bitcoiners that are near you. Whether you're traveling to a city, whether you just moved somewhere, or whether you've been in the same town for 10 years, but you just didn't know that there were any Bitcoiners there. You can go to the orangepillapp.com and download the app. Knut is showing it off right there. It's in the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. Download the app. You can find a Bitcoiner near you today. Go grab coffee, go grab lunch, and talk for 4 hours, no problem. You can find local events. You can find upcoming events. You can find the biggest events in the world or the smallest events that are near you. In addition, we've been building like crazy. I haven't. The development team's been building like crazy at Orange Pill app. I get to take credit for it, though. We recently released Zaps. If you want to zap other Bitcoiners near you, you can do that as well. You can contribute to events. If you want to start your own event, you can easily go in the app, create your own local meetup, and also receive Zaps there for, if you want to buy some beers, if you want to buy some supplies before the event, we can help you organize that with the infrastructure from the Orange Pill app. One of the newest things we have coming out, this is going to be released in Q1 2024. This is what we're very, very excited about. You can go check it out as well at theorangepillapp.com/merchants. I know Ben is very excited about this function. We are releasing our merchant sections in early 2024. This is where you're going to be able to not only find Bitcoiners that are near you, but you're going to be able to find Bitcoin businesses, brick and mortar businesses that accept Bitcoin near you. You got some sats burning a hole in your wallet. You can go find Bitcoin businesses. And you think about it, and I want to riff on this for just a second with our host before we do the full intro. But what are the implications of the Bitcoin social layer? Everybody on the panel today is a part of Team Orange Pill app. They're on Orange Pill app. They're on the advisor team as well. Why is the social layer for Bitcoin so important to you guys?
Who's going to take it first?
I can kick it off. I'm super excited to be part of this community, and it's really fun to connect with everyone online. And we live half of our lives now on Bitcoin X, formerly Bitcoin Twitter, but it's so nice when you can shake someone's hand, look them in the eye, and connect on common values, which Bitcoiners have. And it's been so fun to meet people who are near me. I moved to a new city this year, and I got to connect with new Bitcoiners because of the Orange Pill app. I'm so excited that there are going to be merchants so that I can support other Bitcoiners with their products and services, whatever they have to offer. And the events have been really fun too. I've gotten to plan some Women of Bitcoin events that I've shared on Orange Pill app. So super excited. And thanks everyone for joining us, because someone's going to walk away with a lot of Satoshis today.
That's right.
I think Bitcoin is a very unique thing in that because it's a group of people dispersed around the globe that share similar values and that have come across something before a lot of other people on the planet have, that if you can hone in on that group of people wherever you are, you can rock into any city on earth and have a group of friends very, very quickly. And so that's kind of the unique thing that Bitcoiners experience, is when you can be anywhere and you can find somebody where you get to bypass the small talk and you get to have deeper conversations right out the gate. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And the way I see it at its core, Bitcoin is you and me, literally, because all owning a Bitcoin is keeping a secret from someone. And all the computers, they're just fancy calculators that help us verify. But without people, there's no Bitcoin. We are Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not backed by energy. It's backed by human action. So we are the Bitcoins. And therefore, the social layer is the most important layer. Will always has been, always will be. So download Orange Pill app today, kids, and brush your teeth.
Two great pieces of advice from Knut. Thank you so much. If you guys got nothing else out of this episode, at least you got a couple tidbits there. Now, this is really exciting. This event right now is the brainchild of Miss Natalie Brunell. She has been pushing for the Bitcoin. If we want to talk about the Bitcoin social layer, how do you not talk about the talent amongst the Bitcoiners? And this is something that she's been vying for a while, because according to her, she's seen lots of talent in Bitcoin. And that's one of those things. We tend to keep things academic, right? We talk about the maybe some of the esoteric aspects of Bitcoin, but sometimes we forget to talk about the community aspects, the fun aspects, who can shoot an arrow to a target type of aspects in Bitcoin, rather than just who is the most brilliant speaker, or whoever has the biggest name or whatever. So we wanted to feature some of the people of Bitcoin and the amazing things that they do. Yes, they happen to be Bitcoiners, but they also happen to do some pretty other cool stuff. Now, you guys know I'm talking to the audience here. The audience knows who our judges are today. But what you might not know is that each of these judges has a special talent themselves. We actually prohibited them from entering into this contest, because there's a good chance they might have just won the 10 million sats, because they're very, very talented people. But we're going to intro each of our judges with one of their own special talents from the real world. So BTC Sessions, Ben, if you wouldn't mind introing yourself with your real world talent, and maybe give us a one or two, interesting insights about who BTC Sessions is.
Yeah, I'm super glad that you chose me first, because the video that I'm going to show is the most embarrassing of the three judges. But I'll give it some context. So yeah, if anybody's tuning in that's never kind of come across me before, I've been doing Bitcoin related tutorials since 2016. So there's almost 8 years now of tutorials floating around out there. And so if you've ever had to learn something, you may have stumbled across one somewhere. But outside of that, prior to Bitcoin, I performed in various capacities. A handful of people will know that I taught little kids how to break dance for years. But maybe less people will know that I was also part of an a cappella group for a while, for a number of years. And we were pretty okay. We made sounds, but nonetheless, we entered the video I'll show here. We entered to be part of a kids show that was called Zoinked, which was on a Canadian network called YTV. And basically, it was like the kids were judges, and if you sucked, they pulled a lever and then they covered you in slime. We did not get slimed. Just barely, because one of the guys in the group did a backflip at a certain point and saved us, I think. So nonetheless, I'll share my screen right now, and I won't show all of it because nobody needs that. But I will share a portion of it. So my group was called the Acapella Fellas, and this is us recording our submission to Zoinked for YTV, and we are doing an a cappella rendition of Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire.
Is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames they went higher. It burns, burns, burns.
That's enough of that.
I love it.
Brilliant.
Oh, wow. Well, thanks. Thanks for humoring me for that one.
I'm surprised you didn't show us your breakdancing.
Well, there's less videos of that. Maybe maybe one day. We'll do it on the second annual Bitcoin's Got Talent.
Yeah, we'll do this live next time in person.
Yes, 100%.
And now I know we weren't supposed to give scores, but I'm giving that a 21 million. That was phenomenal.
Oh.
Well done.
Fantastic.
Knut, I know we're not really judging your guys' videos, but what is your first reaction? What's that reaction to a BTC Sessions acapella fella video?
It gives me joy. I'll say that. It's a jolly old performance. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I missed the hair, but the cowboy hat sort of made up for that.
Yeah. I was beardless in there too, so lots changed.
Yeah. Sick, man.
Now, next up, you all know our next judge as well, Miss Natalie Brunell. As I mentioned, she is the creator of Bitcoin's Got Talents. The reason why we're here today is because this was her idea. And again, I'm sure when she was thinking that, she's probably thinking, I would love to enter this competition because she's very, very talented. But as a judge, she was not allowed to submit her own video here. Those in the audience, you've probably seen her on Fox Business or CNBC or some other show that you could flip on the TV and see her at any moment. But what you might not have seen is the Desert Dancing with the Stars performance, where she absolutely crushed it. Ben, if you wouldn't mind teeing us up with that.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. I was super impressed when we got a little sneak peek. Here we go.
Oh, there's no audio.
I hear it. I got it.
I hear it.
That's legitimately good. That's crazy. Whew.
Look at the dude front foot. Crazy.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
audio.
Natalie, that was phenomenal, and the audience is giving you scores of 10. I mean, you guys aren't even in the running, but they're giving you guys some pretty high marks. Natalie, how long have you been dancing for? In addition to that, please tell us a little bit about yourself. But the dancing part, I think that's something that the audience is really curious about. Like that's not something you just picked up and learned on a few weeks' notice.
I think Nat couldn't hear us. Her audio was being weird, so we'll figure it out in the background. Hold on, she's coming back.
There she is.
Oh,
Nat.
sorry. I lost my audio. Sorry about that. But yes, I did win the Mirror Ball Trophy in Palm Springs, but that was almost 10 years ago. So thank you for showing part of that.
That was great. The dude's doing flips and everything, flying around the stage. You guys were awesome.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome.
It's so fun to just, we don't all just sit around reading economics books, right? I mean, that's really all I do now, but we all had something we did before Bitcoin. So for me, it was dancing.
That's awesome. Love it.
Well, tell the audience a little bit about, let's just do a typical intro for you now that we know you're a dancing superstar in your past. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself now.
Okay, so if you have not heard of me before, I host a podcast called Coin Stories, and I got in this space really not expecting for this to be my job. I was a media reporter. I was a newscaster for many years, and I just had this really big passion for Bitcoin. So, of course, I wanted to interview Bitcoiners. I couldn't really do it at my job, so I started to do it as a passion project and a hobby, and now I get to do it full time. So I'm super grateful to be in the space. But I just, going back to what we said earlier about the social layer, I just love meeting Bitcoiners. They are from so many places around the world, diverse backgrounds, diverse talents, and it's just fun to show the more fun side that we don't always get to see when we have our very serious conversations trying to orange pill people.
Great. Fantastic. Well, we're really glad that you had the time to come in today, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And I know you're very excited about these submissions coming up. I think every score that's come in so far from the audience is a 10 out of 10. So congratulations, or fire emojis. So either one of those is great. Now, our next judge, Knut Svanholm. Now, I want you, as you watch his video, which is also like really, really good. I want you to think, as you're watching this, we celebrate Bitcoin Infinity Day because of this man, because of the book he wrote, Everything Divided by 21 Million. So just put those two things in your brain at the same time. And Ben, go ahead and kick us off with Knut.
All right, here we go.
Wow. Knut, that's absolutely incredible, man. That's fire.
Wow.
Knut
Cobain.
Knut Cobain.
Knut Cobain.
I love it.
Oh,
I got to be the actual Knut Cobain in Prague when we did the Nirvana covers. That was really fun. So we're planning on doing more of that. It's me and Luke and Samson and Mark from the Bitcoin Hotel. We started a Nirvana cover band called Nevermind.
That's
So yeah.
mind blown.
what a way to start off the show.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So this
tell us a little bit
is
about
from-
that. What's your history in rock? I mean, that obviously, again, this is something that you did at a high level. Tell us that backstory.
Well, the backstory of this band is that I had just moved back to Gothenburg, and I really wanted to play with that drummer again. We've been friends for a long time, so we started a band, and at first it was just the two of us, and then it grew into 4 people. And we made this little video after, like, it did everything ourselves, of course, the DIY culture all over there, recorded everything, wrote all the songs and stuff. And this one we decided to make a video for. So we had a guy in our rehearsal studio for a day, and he filmed us while fake playing the song, like it's all playback, but it looks good, and had a big smoke machine with him and everything. And then the funny thing was we uploaded this to you remember the Pirate Bay? They used to have something called the Promo Bay, where they promoted the bands from all over the world. Like, so you got your video up for a day or two, and our video got selected for that and was up on, like, when you went to the Pirate Bay, it was up there for 3 days in a row, and it got like 120,000 YouTube views during those days. And I was just sitting there being hypnotized by the internet and pressing F5 over and over again. And then we got signed to a label and everything, but unfortunately it ended pretty shortly after that, because we had such different lives and just couldn't manage to keep it together. But it sure was fun, and this song came together well, I think, and still happy with it.
Can I just say that the comments are fire right now with all of the various Knut names. I'm seeing Knut and James,
Sleep Knut, yeah.
Knut and Metallica.
Keep them coming. Those are well, that's fire. Now, Knut, is it true that your seed phrase is hidden in that song?
You'll have to figure it out. You'll listen to it over and over again and try to find it.
Over and over.
I won't tell.
Knut, yeah, obviously you rock, and you have a. It's not just something you did in the past. I mean, people can go to most Bitcoin conferences, and one of the side events is going to be you on stage with other Bitcoiners ripping on the guitar. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself in Bitcoin. Tell us what you've done, what you do, and what your day's about.
Yeah, I write stuff about Bitcoin, and nowadays I'm also the host of the Freedom Footprint Show, which is something that we're taking more and more seriously because people seem to like it, and we certainly like it. So it's me and Luke the Pseudofin who do a podcast together where we interview a lot of interesting Bitcoiners, like yourself, Brian, and hopefully Natalie and Ben also in a not too distant future. So that's sort of my main job at the moment, just doing that. And I absolutely love talking to Bitcoiners and picking their brains on stuff. This is one of the best things I know. And I've written a couple of books about Bitcoin and one about praxeology, which is the science of human action, the foundations for Austrian economics. So, yeah, that's me. I met Ben for the first time in 2019, where I brought 50 copies of my first book. I was all by myself and decided to go to this conference. Got the company I worked for at the time to pay for the ticket because I told them I was visiting an academy there, and just gave them out, and now they have a life of their own. So I'm very happy to be able to do this full time, and nothing beats hanging with other Bitcoiners.
Great. All right. Well, judges, we're happy that you're here. We're happy that you were willing to share a little bit about yourself now and in the past. Hopefully in the future, wouldn't mind seeing you guys merge some of these passions that you have. Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty. We got plenty of people in the audience, and we have now some of you from the audience might have been people that put in submissions for this, or some of you guys are just stopping by to watch. We had over 30 submissions that the judges have gone through. So we've all watched these videos at least once or twice, maybe a few times. And then we're going to watch them again with you guys. The judges are going to score based on a 1 to 10 rating, 10 being the highest. And they're going to judge on entertainment value, creativity, execution. It's a very subjective thing. So one person's 10 might be based on a little bit different than another person's 10, but value subjective. And so we're going to go with ratings that are subjective. And so with that, we're going to get this thing kicked off. We have 10 million sats on the line. It is winner take all. There's going to be one of the artists here today that is going to win 10 million sats. There'll be a sat Decamillionaire. And let's get it started with Bitcoin is Love by the wonderful Flo Montoya.
All right, I will get this pulled up here. Now, this is just a heads up. This is the one submission that is vertical video, so I can't full screen it, but we'll get a good picture of it either way. Here we go. Not bad.
All right. Interesting and different. I think that I don't think she produced the music. I think it's what we're judging on. I guess you can judge it how you want. But and that's just a note to be made for some of these submissions. There's going to be components of the art that is maybe pre-rendered music, and they are doing the visual piece or whatever. So I'm going to leave that up to the judges to judge on their score based upon the overall presentation of the piece. Now, if you know that they're using music that was created by somebody else, you can factor that in, but we're judging that based off of the overall piece and the entertainment value that it provides to you, the judge. So round one for the first submission from Flo Montoya, Natalie Brunell, what do you give Miss Flo?
I give it an 8. I don't know if you can see this. Oh,
Here we
I
go.
give it an 8. I thought it was really amazing. I love art. I love watching art. It's relaxing to me. So I love that she showed the process in action. And also, it just looked like such a difficult technique. I didn't know if it was stipple. I tried to do art when I was very young and just didn't have the natural talent for it. So I admire when people do. And I just thought it was just a beautiful composition. Love that it stuck with the Bitcoin theme. So I give it an 8.
All right. Mr. Knut Svanholm, what do you give Miss Flo?
Well, we've already decided that I'm the Simon Cowell of the group here. So to me, I don't know, watching someone paint a painting to me is more stressful than relaxing, because I feel this get on with it feeling all the time. So I'm going to give this a 6. I like the piece. It's a beautiful piece of art, but watching her paint it is, I mean, it's better than watching paint dry, but it's, yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.
Love it.
All right. We started off with a nice, harsh critique, a solid 6 from Knut. And Ben, what do you have for it on Bitcoin is Love?
I'm going to give it a 7. So I don't know a whole lot about art, but I will say it's impressive to see the final product when you see the way that it's put together is with the little crisscrossies with the pen there. And yeah, it's something that I wouldn't be able to do myself. So thumbs up for that. Solid 7 in my books.
All right. So I don't know if you guys realize this, but you gave her a total score of 21. That might be a good omen for Flo on the first submission. And we didn't put a lot of restraints on the submission. So for this next submission, somebody put something in that they did create. It's from a few years ago. And it's very impressive, to say the least. But we are allowing somebody to submit something from actually before Bitcoin was created itself. So with having said that, the wonderful pianistic stylings of Prosensit Das. That name probably means he's pretty talented. Let's just give it a listen here.
All right, here we go. I jump forward a little bit to where he actually sits down and begins playing. By the way, it is a long submission, so maybe we'll go like a couple minutes into it or something like that. It's impressive, but we'll go.
what I appreciate about that as somebody that has no musical talent myself is that when music's so good that it's undeniable, even a rube like me can appreciate it for it being excellent. So without heaping too much praise before you guys, either heap praise yourself or if Knut wants to cut it down a peg or two, let's start with Ben this time. Ben, what do you give Prosensat Das?
So I love listening to piano, and it's also a skill that I do not have whatsoever. Yeah, I thought this was amazing. And I mean, if this was if this was pre Bitcoin when this was filmed, that just, in my mind, that just means that this person has had like, you know, a decade and a half plus to practice and get better. Now they may suck more. I don't know. Maybe they didn't practice, but I'm going to assume that they've gained on the skill, and so I'm gonna give this a 9.
Wow. All right. Big score.
Yeah, it's proof of work.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Knut, what do you have for Mr. Das?
I think his name is Prasenjit Das with a J.
My bad.
Not sure. I think his Prasenjit Das. And he's obviously very talented, and that's a great performance. And there's a lot of proof of work to that. Sending us a submission from 9 years ago, though, it's yeah. Well, look who's talking. My video there was from 9 years ago too, but I'm not in the competition. So yeah, I'm gonna give this an 8 still because I think he's absolutely awesome.
All right. Well, that's still a pretty high score, especially with wondering if it should even be submitted. I think that you guys are making some compelling points here. Natalie, what do you give Mr. Prosen? Okay, never mind. Go, Mr. Das.
Well, first of all, I thought it was so beautiful. I could listen to piano for hours. It reminds me of being young, and my mom would have me listen to classical music while I did my homework. And I always wanted to play the piano, but I never had the chance to take lessons. But it's just it's beautiful. I think the submission, it said on the YouTube link that it was from 2005, which would be 18 years ago. So I subtracted 2 points for the 2 decades, basically, that it's behind. So I gave it an 8. I wanted to give it higher, but I would love to see if the piano skills remain as sharp in 2023.
So maybe we're going to have him come on and do a live demonstration one of these days. Maybe for like the second annual one, we'll have him come back. All right. Well, let's keep moving along here. The second best part of this, next to the talent, are the comments. I'm digging the comment section. If you guys are listening to this on Twitter, X, if you're watching it on YouTube, whatever you happen to be doing, if you could go onto any of your social platforms and please repost, share that link so we can get as many eyeballs to see these people who are in Bitcoin. Most of them, I don't think, necessarily work in Bitcoin. Maybe a few of them do, but most of these people are unknown Bitcoiners that have tremendous talent. Like let's highlight these people and let's give them a bigger platform. So please go out and share that post, share that link with as many people as you can. Now we're going to move forward to something that is it's a bit of a shift. And should we explain this at all, or should we just allow them to?
Honestly, I think it needs a little bit of explaining because I was confused as well. So my understanding is that the main draw here, the main like skill is like the drone. So this person has a drone and they've like got drone footage and they're doing some crazy maneuvers with it. But then there's also some music that's going on as well. And I was confused as to what was what initially. Was it their song and then they just put footage? But no, it's them controlling the drone. So I don't know if they did the song. Do you guys know?
They didn't say that in the submission. So they kind of left it up to us.
So. I based my rating on them doing the song.
Okay. So did I.
Bitcoin's back, alright. Yeah. Goddamn. Yeah. Oh my God, we're back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody buying. We're gonna pump the Ponzi, we'll show you how. Straight to the moon, get your ticket now. Everybody line up, get your tickets, we're going. Did you buy the dip? Yeah. Do you like rocket ships? Oh, what? Yeah. You wanna try this shit? Yeah. We got everything you need, you better buy some bitty now. Everybody, yeah. Long live Ponzi, yeah. Everybody, long live Ponzi, right? Bitcoin's back, alright. Just keep buying, alright. Never selling. Now throw your ledger in the air. Oh yeah. Wave it around like there's a million there. If you wanna pump, then don't pretend. Pump it up. I got a big green dildo, bring a friend. I mean, seriously. Everybody.
I'll let it play at the end.
Long live Ponzi. Everybody. Long live Ponzi, right? Never short it. Bitcoin's back, alright.
I'm
All
so
right.
entertained. I'm so entertained by that.
That's some talent right there. I mean, undeniably, that guy is very, very talented. Now, I'm just so glad I wasn't watching that with like an Oculus on. I feel like I would have thrown up for sure. Let's go straight over to Knut for your score. What do you give this one?
Yeah, I pre-scored this 6 out of 10, but watching it again, I realized it's a guy playing with his toy, and hopefully he was the one changing the lyrics to an old song, even though he's not Weird Al Yankovic, is he? Like, it's basically just replacing some words with others. So I'm gonna do the Simon Cowell thing and give this a 4 now that I see it the second time.
Oh,
It makes me dizzy and it's pretty boring. Good luck with your toy and good luck with your bitcoins. But nah, sorry, dude.
He didn't crash that thing once. That's not doing it for you. He didn't crash his like $3,000 drone into the side of that building. That didn't
No,
factor
well,
in.
he didn't lose his $3,000 drone. So, well, if you can afford that thing, you don't need the sats.
That's a good point. That's fair. All right, Natalie, what do you have?
So I was highly entertained by that video, and I loved the nod to the Backstreet Boys. Great boy band. Loved the Bitcoin lyrics to it. I just thought it was super interesting and cool. It reminded me actually of the directing in that new Netflix movie, Leave the World Behind. It felt very dramatic and cool. So I'm going to give this a 7.
Nice. Okay. All right. Mr. Ben. what do you
All
have
right.
for us?
So actually, watching this again, and I actually it had the opposite effect of me as it did to Knut. And reason being is when I first watched it, I thought it was just the song I was rating. And as a person coming from an a cappella group that was, a closeted boy band fan throughout my entire childhood, and if you come for the Backstreet Boys, I'm coming for you. So if it doesn't sound exactly like Nick Carter, then I will be very disappointed. So that was my initial rating. However, this time around, looking at the drone footage, I understand it's probably very difficult to control that thing and with that amount of skill. And then also some of the lyrics I came to appreciate a little bit more. So like to a degree, I'm not awarding massive points, but I went from a 5 to a 6. So we went up a little bit.
All right. I'd say the nod to Nick Carter is yeah, that's slightly Bitcoiny, but also like some sort of in a way shitcoiny as well. So yeah. My 4 stays.
That just cemented it for Knut. Now, the Yellow had a very insightful comment in the chat. He said that video perfectly represents if you try to trade. That's what you should feel like if you're a trader of Bitcoin. So I think there's a good lesson in there for people who don't just stack. All right. So the next
Yellow is very insightful in general, I say.
that's true.
He's a deep thinker for sure.
Right. Okay, so we're getting back into the musical stylings. This one is submitted by Sylvia Vilic, and this is the ukulele jam. Or is it ukulele?
No. There we go.
Man,
All
I
right.
just want to go up and give her a hug. That was very pleasant and very soothing. Let's go back to Ben. What is your reaction to the ukulele?
Well, I think this woman seems very sweet and very nice. I can't play the ukulele. So obviously I props for that. Still, I'm going to go with a 5 for this one. It was kind of like middle of the road, pleasant, but didn't like fully get me enthralled.
All right. Yeah. A nice middle of the road 5. All right. Natalie, what do you have for Miss Sylvia?
I thought it was just very calming and serene rather, and just it made you feel like you wanted to run through a prairie filled with flowers. So I give it a 7.
Prairie filled with flowers. That equates to a 7. All right. And then Knut, what do you have?
Yeah, I like the minimalism. I like the choice of song to change the lyrics to. For those of you who don't know, this is Tiny Tim, Tip Throw to the Tulips, a very often used in horror movies song, because he was a weird guy in the 60s. And I love that song. And she seems, I like that she's honest. It's an honest performance. But she misses some of the notes, and it's not a perfect performance. I'll give it a 7 too.
All right, so that brings Miss Sylvia up to a total score of 19. For those of you keeping track at home, Mr. Das of the piano submission from earlier is leading Flo Montoya in second place with 21 points. Mr. Das has 25 points. Now we are halfway through. I just want to remind everybody in the audience, or if you're just showing up, this episode or this event, Bitcoin's Got Talent, is brought to you by the Orange Pill app. If you want to meet Bitcoiners in real life, there's no better tool than the Orange Pill app. We just recently added group chat as well. So if you don't want to just cold DM somebody one-on-one, you want to participate in a group chat, you can go join me with the MMA Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu group chat. There's group chats for any kind of interest that pairs with Bitcoin. You can go meet Bitcoiners that way, engage in real conversation with high signal Bitcoiners. You're not going to get DMs filled with crypto scams and rug pulls and that sort of thing. It's all high signal. on the Orange Pill app. Go to the App Store, go to the Google Play Store, download it today. If you sign up for the GigaChad membership, which is a lifetime membership, you are also sponsoring 10 Salvadorian Bitcoiners for lifetime memberships as well. The Bitcoin social layer is growing and thriving in El Salvador, and you can be a part of contributing to that, not just here at home or wherever you happen to be, but also in El Salvador, where some of the heartbeat of Bitcoin is happening. Now, let's go on to our next submission. This submission is from a Mr. Salty. These names, man, these are tough. Salty Pomano. That sounds like actually a real name, so sorry if I just offended you, Mr. Salty. And he is performing the classic song Schism and doing quite a fantastic job on the drums. Let's check it out.
Whoa!
Damn, wild. All
That
right.
is wow. And so Chester Copperpot in the comments said that song, and I don't know if this is true. I feel like one of you guys would know this, that song is based on the Fibonacci sequence. Is that true?
Yes, that entire album has a lot of mathematical Easter eggs in it. It's from the album Lateralis by one of my absolute favorite bands, Tool. And the real drummer's name is Danny Carey from that band, and he's one of the best drummers in the whole world. So this is not an easy one to pull off. And I absolutely love it. Like, that's one of the most low time preference bands out there. And I absolutely love this. So I might as well give it a score. I think I gave this a 9 out of 10 in the pre-ratings, but I'm going to increase it to a 10 out of 10 since
wow.
Our
I'm
first
not going to do a lot of those. Yeah,
Oh my.
I'm giving
Our first 10.
song choice, everything, like, fantastic. And he nails it, absolutely nails it. And the drum sound is great. Love it.
The audience really seemed to dig this song as well. Everybody was pretty fired up in the comments about Tool coming on. I saw the first comment. Somebody said, "What a tool." And I said, "How rude." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's by Tool." Okay. All right. Natalie, what do you give this song?
I mean, that just took so much skill. It was incredible to watch. I'm going to give it the highest score I've given yet. I'm going to give it an 8.21.
8.21. All right.
It's not exactly the style of music I typically listen to, but I very much appreciate it. And I thought he was so good at that drum set. It was amazing.
That's the Bitcoin Infinity Day score right there. 821. All right.
Absolutely.
Ben, what do you have?
I am also in the same realm. Again, tons of skill to get through this. I thought it was really cool. I'm just going to give it a solid 8.
A solid 8. Okay. So that puts us at, excuse me, the 21 for whatever threw me off. All right. That is now our leading score, by the way, with a 26.21. That 0.21 might be the difference maker here. Wow. All right. Salty Pomano, our new leader in the running for the 10 million sats. Now, everybody in the audience, if you guys are on Orange Pill app, put your handle from Orange Pill app in the comments so that you guys can connect with one another. The next submission we have is another musical submission. This guy's going to riff on the guitar. It's by Buerer. You got the least literate person to read these names. This is not a good idea. Buerer. Sorry, my friend. He's playing Breaking the Law, and he's going to do this. It's a guitar piece by Buerer.
Here we go.
Wasting out of working down. All inside, it's so frustrating. It's a trip from town to town. Feels though nobody cares if I let one die. So I might as well begin to put some action in my life. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Breaking the law. So much for the golden future. I can't even start. I've had every promise broken. There's anger in my heart. You don't know what it's like. You don't have a clue. If you did, you'd find yourself doing the same thing too.
All right, Buerer playing Breaking the Law by Judas Priest. He did a pretty good service to that song right there. Ben, what are you giving this guitar piece here?
And unmute. You'd think I never did this before. I would again, awesome skill. I think the drummer won me over more, even though that guy was awesome. I'm going to give this a 7.
A 7. All right. Good solid score. Natalie, what do you have for the guitar?
I'm gonna echo that 7. I thought it was really, really solid. I love all the rock toshi people that are in this talent show. Clearly a favorite genre of Bitcoiners, but it was awesome.
All right, well, it leaves this up to Knut. What do you have for the rock piece here?
Yeah, I think we missed the solo here because I think I saw that when I watched it before, and that was the really impressive part. So, still great choice of song, cover song, not as hard to pull off as Tool. I give this a 7 as well.
All right, that means you get a straight 21 across the board. I mean, if I entered the Bitcoin's Got Talent contest and I got a 21, I'd be pretty proud of myself. So congrats to Buerer. We appreciate the submission. The next up, we have a more unique musical styling. It's not a cappella. I don't know what you would call it. Well, I guess is any kind of instrument with your mouth, is that a cappella?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. There's no musical accompaniment, so
All
sure.
right. There you go. So I guess we have an a cappella submission here. We have Travis whistling Dixie up next to the stage. Travis whistling. man, you got to appreciate it because that's a very unique submission out of the 10 that we have here today. The one I'm not scoring, and so I'm gonna leave this up to you guys. I don't know. I'm interested to find out how the amount of eye contact throughout the performance is going to affect your guys' scores. All right, so Natalie, being the sole lady on the panel, what score did you give Travis here?
So this is a very unique talent. Obviously, very skilled at whistling. I thought it was good. I wish there was more of a performance element to it. A 10 for me would have been if he had like a bird nestled on his finger and he was singing to the bird and the bird was singing back. So I'm going to have to give it a 5.
All right, Ben, a fellow acapellist, what would you give this gentleman?
Yeah, so the first time I actually was listening and I was doing other things, so the eye contact had a negative effect on my score. I previously gave it an 8. I've now settled on a 7, but still, I've got to say, I'm going to add in that the amount of control that guy has with his whistle is insane to me. Like all of the little flicks and everything, and it was pretty wild. So. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, it sounds like we had some whistling aficionados in the chat because there's people that were commenting on the technical style that this guy was doing. Oh, did you know that one breath that was difficult to do in one? Yeah, I appreciate the breadth of skill that we have in the comments as well. Knut, what score did you give this whistler?
I'm going to correct one of the comments first. It's Bobby McFerrin and not Travis McFerrin who wrote the song. Don't worry, be happy. But this is, to me, on originality and skill alone, this gives him a 7. But at the end of the day, it's still just fucking whistling. So yeah, a 7.
All right, so that comes to a total score of 19. A respectable score, and now Travis can walk away and say that he looked deep into the eyes of Ben, Knut, and Natalie. Not many Bitcoiners can say that. The next submission that we have is, again, a little more of a unique approach. And we're going to see if now that we have a hip-hop submission, I don't know if rap and hip-hop the same thing. I think this falls more in the rap category. This is by Orange Pill Music. And so Huddle 21 is performing Orange Pill rap for you all.
Running Bitcoin, wonder how Finny. May he rest in peace, Lord of New Money. With no shortcoming, put the code to the test. 15 years later and
there is no second best.
Bank account steady, zero, wallet stay stacking. Heroes turn to villains, but my wallet stay stacking. Wall Street or McDonald's, bet my wallet stay stacking. You should bet your life that I'll always stay stacking. I'm stacking, my wallet isn't average. Coinbase or Kraken, it's all a rite of passage. Better get them sats off before they come to ravage. Yeah, I'm talking when I say that this is savage. Ain't worried about no Rolex, no Forex. I'm in Bitcoin just for the tech and respect. Now watch me hop on this jet while my jet heading to El Salvador. Cause I'm a bull, no matador. Attaboy, I'm not that annoyed. Ain't got no sats on no asteroid. I'm employed and I'm past the joy. I'm ecstatic, number going up erratic, higher than the attic. It's just a fatic, we'll pass. Man, I've had it. Supply is inelastic, demand stay drastic. Fiat breaking bad like an addict, a bad habit. Nakamoto did some magic, the rabbit has come up out the hat like who has it? Open source spazzing, fantastic. Congress way too dramatic. Brad Sherman is squirming, Liz Warren is wailing. Chancellors be bailing when they ought not to be. Meanwhile, we at sea, sailing to Michael Saylor's $100,000 yacht party. Waving to Knut and Natalie while Session just paddling from El Zante Beach with Naive Bukele. Mining hella Satoshis in a geothermal fashion. Rationally rationing, hashing algorithms, and I found my rhythm just in time like it's Jan 3rd, 09. At first I was trying to make $1 million, now I know that fiat is the villain. Stack his hats up to the ceiling, all the while orange pilling. Friends and enemies, forget a generation. BTC is once in a species. Y'all feel me? Running Bitcoin, wonder how Finny. May he rest in peace, Lord of New Money. With no shortcoming, put the code to the test. 15 years later and
there is no second best.
Bank account account steady, zero wallet stay stacking. Heroes turn to villains, but my wallet stays stacking. Wall Street or McDonald's, bet my wallet stays stacking. You should bet your life that I'll always stay stacking. Janet Fallon yelling and sending Senator Warren walking to a bar, and they wanna check my tour. Browser, who's mine? All you're finna find is a white paper from 2009. Feeling asinine yet while I sip wine? Yes, we're the Peony Lane, the GOAT, greatest of all time, yep. Soon to be more popular, the Vantage Coppola, or if not, then I'll pull up with my orange pill app and spit an orange pill rap. Check my method of attack, I'm a role model of hodling. Orange pills I'm swallowing, no corners I coddle them. Feed them, fodder and foster them, no teeter and totter, no stutter and daughter them. Fiat fathers, we just slaughtered them, in Bitcoin we just honor them. Feeling like a rabbit hole, safety in Beth book ever wrote. Kaiser laughing, Alex Jones, that's my time, it's time to go. Until the next time that I'm back, feel free staring, auto tag. Look, my name is Connor, I'm a lad like the rest of us. We're just sailor back and forth, we will back on now. Free Ross!
Whoa.
Free Ross.
What a high note to end on, too, right? Like that thing, there's something there for every Bitcoiner, right? Especially if you've been in Bitcoin for at least a couple years, like that, it's a deep track. I mean, it really is. And so that's a lot of fun. I don't know what you guys are going to score it, but that was a lot of fun. All right, Ben, let's have you kick it off, man. I'm going to put the pressure on you to give that one a rating here.
I mean, that was insane. First of all, he tailored it. He literally did shout outs in it. There is no second best thrown in on the chorus, yelling the felon. Oh my God. Okay. So a solid 9 out of me, I think.
I respect that. I mean, we might have like a new official Bitcoin song. I think this thing needs to go viral. Knut, what do you have?
Yeah, I agree with you, Brian. This thing needs to go viral. It's absolutely solid. Like the video, the lyrics, the shout out, the everything. It's a perfect rap song in my mind. And I don't listen to hip hop, so I'm gonna give this a 10, even though I don't.
Wow. Okay.
The second 10 for the evening.
High praise. The hardest to please, if you scratch the itch just right with Knut, you're going to get a nice 10 out of it. But if you cross him at all, he's giving you a 4. So, wow, powerful. All right, Miss Natalie Brunell, you're going to wrap this one up.
Knocked it out of the park. Amazing. Loved all the cameos. It was so personal. I agree with Chris, who said that it could be our anthem for the next bull run. Love it. So now this is my highest score for the day, a 9. Woo.
Wow. Okay. So we do have a new leader. Sorry, Salty Pomano with Schism. That drum solo was phenomenal, but you have been dethroned. And Huddle 21 is at 28 points. Wow. I think that's well deserved. I mean, I think those scores are fair.
So creative.
We all watch these in pre-judging, and it hits like when you're watching it on your own. But for some reason, watching it with community, watching it with the chat going on and seeing your guys' reactions, it's like a community song. So yeah, I think to your point, this is like an anthem. I think that kind of speaks to this fact that it appeals to Bitcoiners on a communal level. Bitcoin social layer anthem. Here we go. All right. So the next submission we have, again, another talented fellow, James Costello, is doing his rendition of Black Hole Sun on the piano. Another brilliant styling with some just magic fingers. So let's go ahead and get that one queued up. And James Costello, take it away, Black Hole Sun. right. I don't know about you guys. Knut, I'm in the process of writing. I know you are as well. I love to throw that type of music on, like covers of popular songs done to piano. I think that just gets the creative juices flowing. So that I'm definitely going to put that back on as I'm doing some writing later on today. Natalie, how did that one? What did that one do for you?
That one was super smooth. I pictured myself in a lounge ordering my favorite orange drink, the Aperol Spritz. I wanted one, and I give it a 7.
Great, solid 7. Very nice, very respectable. Ben, what do you have for James Costello?
Very relaxing. Love listening to this stuff when I'm just kind of chilling out. Not as complex as the other piano submission, so I'm going to give it an 8.
All right. Solid score so far across the board. Knut, what do you have?
Complex is not always necessary, Ben.
True.
So I like this a lot. Like, to me, Chris Cornell and George Gershwin were two of the best composers of the last century. So for that choice alone, mixing those two, and the only thing that I can complain about this is that the performance is not perfect, but it almost doesn't matter. I think the song choice and the style choice is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
And that
strong
song
score.
it's Black Hole Sun is such a great songwriter's song. It's all tension all the way. I absolutely love it.
I don't think you're the Simon Cowell anymore, Knut.
No, I'm a shapeshifter.
Not to rock. If you pick a rock song, Knut's gonna enjoy it. So you just got to play to your audience. I think these people
right.
fit well.
Yeah.
All right. So I believe this next submission is a total original piece. Do you guys can you guys confirm that from Tony? Tony's piece, "Stupid Deep." This is an original piece, I believe.
I think so. I think he wrote it.
Okay.
Wrote, composed, sang, performed.
Yeah, and Tony is an Orange Pill app user, as many of these the submissions are from Orange Pill app users. And Tony, you can tell he's done this before, and that doesn't take away from it at all. This guy's he's like a legitimate pro. That you're going to see his setup. The music's phenomenal, and again, his song is called "Stupid Deep," and this is by @Tony on Orange Pill app.
What if who I hope to be was always me, and the love I fought to feel was always free? What if all the things I've done, yeah, were just attempts at earning love, yeah? 'Cause the hole inside my heart is stupid deep, stupid deep. What if where I tried to go was always here, and the path I've tried to cut was always clear? Why has life become a plan to put some money in my hand, when the love I really need is stupid cheap? Oh, stupid cheap. What if who I hope to be was always me, and the love I fought to feel was always free? What if all the things I've done were just attempts at earning love? 'Cause the hole inside my heart is stupid deep, oh, stupid deep.
Wow. That song makes me want to be a better man. I'm just going to say it right here and now. I just want to be a better person. And a couple great comments from the audience. Again, my second favorite part of the show. Camila Campton said, Natalie's just waiting for the bird to be whistled too. And then who was it? Oh gosh, I want to give him credit. Mike W said, Sats are stupid cheap right now. So I love that. That would have been a nice twist on the song. They weren't stupid cheap like yesterday, so that wouldn't have changed. But anyways, Natalie, did it bother you that there was no bird in this one as well?
You know, he had the singing, and it was the voice of an angel with the whistling. I thought it was incredible, just so beautiful and calming to listen to. I think he does look like Adam Levine. Someone commented that. This is going to be a solid 9 for me. Amazing. I could listen to that on a, please create an album so I could listen to multiple songs.
And sorry, just for the audience, somebody pointed this out in the audience, and actually Tony pointed it out as well. That this song is by John Bellion. So this wasn't an original, but performed very well. So just if that factors in for you guys at all, but great song nonetheless. Ben, what do you have?
Yeah, so this is like my type of music again, like coming from you know, I love acoustic artists and everything. He had the harmonies going. He's playing his own guitar. He also did whistling, so we got that going for him. Also, I feel like there's some sort of connection via hair happening here. He's like a, you know, a brethren of mine. Maybe if he could be convinced to add the streak, I'll see what can happen. But you know, just throwing it out there. Nonetheless, I think this is my favorite of the evening. It's very close because that rap was incredible, but like this is what I would listen to in my free time. So I'm giving the big 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. That's a big score. There's a lot on the line here. Knut, what do you have for us?
This is my moment to be Simon Cowell, then, I guess.
That was Ben's first 10. So exciting.
That was Ben's first 10. That was a big moment.
And Knut's going to just...
No, not really. I obviously a very talented guy. It's a beautiful performance. I don't really like the song choice. I think the song is pretty bland and boring to me. But the performance is great. I wish it would have cut down a bit on the voice effects. Some of them, like I don't really like that style, that too, you know, polished kind of pop thing. But I'm still gonna 8 because it's 8 for effort.
8 for effort.
That's a pretty good score for all of the criticism you're throwing.
Right. Yeah, it sounded like a 6 was coming.
8, an 8 is a sideways infinity, Knut.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. So it is good. But you know, I love acoustic guitar and acoustic guitar music. Just not the slick kind. I like it to have eyebrows.
Wow. That would have actually been pretty funny if that was your shtick on the show, is just everything's an 8. So yeah, we missed an opportunity there. That brings Tony's score to 27. That is just shy of the top score. We might also have some audience contribution as well here, so don't count any of these entries out up to this point. The next song that we have is Moonlight Sonata. We're closing in. We have our final 2 submissions. So if you guys are hanging tight here, we have the last 2 submissions, and then we're going to go into deliberation amongst the judges for the final result. This one is by Dylan Warp, Moonlight Sonata, for you all.
Thanks for that.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. My brain can't even like process half of that. Again, comments, you guys are just lighting it up. Somebody asked why the glasses, and then Ginger said to protect his eyes from the flames. That was incredible. All right.
No,
Knut-
they're for the laser eyes. Otherwise, the
Oh.
laser eyes would split the piano.
like Cyclops,
Literally
right?
Cyclops.
Keeping them. I never understood that. Like sunglasses were enough to keep. Okay. Anyways, we don't need to go down to mutant powers. Knut, what would you give Dylan Warp with Moonlight Sonata?
Oh, this is a tough one because, I love the Moonlight Sonata. I think he sort of cut it down a bit and stuck all three movements of the Moonlight Sonata together into one piece here. And this is another one of those unnecessary information bits, but Beethoven wrote this after he gone deaf. So he was deaf when he wrote the Moonlight Sonata, which is just mind-blowing to me. The performance, seeing this a second time, I see some flaws in the performance. It's a bit sloppy from time to time. It's still very good, and I think and also pro tip, don't record piano with your phone on the side of the piano. Maybe find a microphone next time. But I love the little paper in the beginning of it, so I'm gonna give it an 8 still because it's very well played.
All right, an 8 from Knut. All right, the 8 from Knut, I feel like is a pretty high score, especially because that's his infinity score. So, all right, Natalie, what do you have for us on Moonlight Sonata?
I thought it was beautifully played. I love Beethoven. This is one of my favorite classical songs, and that incredible just I don't know what you call the part where he just got moving really, really fast. And I mean that he lit that keyboard on fire. It was so incredible to watch. I'm going to give it a solid 9.
9. Great. Solid.
I revised my score to an 8.21.
There we go. All right, 8.21. You know, I can't do this decimal math. All right, here we go. Ben for the third score.
Yeah. Side note, I love how Natalie looked offended when Knut said it was sloppy.
I didn't notice any flaws. Sorry, I'm not a piano expert.
Well, sloppy is a bit harsh. I noticed some missteps here and there, but not very many.
Fair enough. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm gonna give it an 8. I thought it was amazing. I couldn't do it myself, and amazing job.
Wow, that was a very respectable score. That's a 25.21 to Mr. Dylan Warp. And I don't know, was that a Got Milk hat he had on? I don't know. that adds a little something for intrigue for the rewatch. If you want to try and put all the pieces together, maybe there's something behind the scenes. All right, so for our last entry, this is a very special entry because this lady just got married this past weekend at the Unconfiscatable conference. And Ben, were you in the wedding pictures here?
I was not. I could not make it down, unfortunately. But it was. I heard it went very well, and I'm very excited for the happy couple.
Your hairstyle was there.
I was there. I was there in spirit. In fact, we can send communication through these things. So, I was effectively in the room. So, yeah.
We might be a tad biased here.
Yeah. I feel like we just really like poison the well with the audience right there. Like whatever scores you guys give out, it's going to sound biased. But we'll leave this up. Well, the judges are going to judge on this, but we're going to present this to you guys, the audience, right now, so that you guys can see that Sophie has some chops. So here is Happy Xmas by Internet Sophie.
And so this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The so this is Christmas. For weak and for strong, for rich and the poor ones. The road is so long, yeah, and so happy Christmas for black and for white, for yellow and red one. Let's all stop the fight, yeah. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. And so this is Christmas, and what have we done? Another year over, a new one just begun, yeah. And so happy Christmas. We hope you have fun, the near and the dear one, the old and the young, yeah. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. War is over if you want it. War is over now, yeah.
Well, who would have known that a Christmas song was a Bitcoiner song, right? War is over. We're the anti-war Orange Party. Yeah, that was touching, moving. I might have seen a tear or two from our judges. Now, the audience, I'm gonna pass this over to the judges here in a second. Audience, I want you guys to be prepared to put some comments in the feed as well. We want to hear what your guys' favorite performance was. That's going to be important for us to hear who you guys thought was the best performance or your top performers of the evening. And with having said that, let's kick it back to our judges. Knut, what do you give Miss Internet Sophie?
First of all, I got goosebumps. I'm so proud to once have performed with this fantastic artist that is Internet Sophie, and yeah, she's a lovely woman, and this is a fantastic performance. I absolutely love it, and it's right up there. I think for me, I know I've given out tens and stuff here. And I sort of regret some of them in hindsight. I do want to give this a 10, but I also want that rap song I want the competition to be between this and that rap song. So I'm going to give this a tactical 9.
A tactical 9. They want to duke it out. All right, Ben, what do you have for Sophie?
So I'm going to, again, like when it came down to it, again, that the rap song, Tony and Sophie, those were like the ones that kind of stood out to me the most. I'm gonna one up Knut here. I'm gonna give it a 9.21.
Wow. All right. Things just got interesting. All right. Natalie, there's so much pressure on you right now. I hope that this could affect one way or the other. What is your, now I want you to look within, and what is your true score for this performance? Totally not pressured by their scores or anything that's riding on this. What do you think that performance was?
Well, first of all, those are my top 3 as well, Tony and that incredible rap. And Sophie, I'm just kind of blown away by because I first heard her sing when she posted the rendition of Richmond, North of Richmond. And I just thought, oh my God, this voice is just like, it's like an angel. It gives me the chills. And when she submitted this, first of all, it's one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's so beautiful. I got emotional watching it, and I think she just does such a beautiful job. For those of you who know, Sophie is expecting a little hodler, so just knowing that she or he was dancing inside the belly while she was singing that made it extra special too. So I'm going to give this a 10, my first 10 of the whole contest, and if I could, I would give it 10 to the 21st.
All right. Wow. Okay. So judges, I would like you guys to go offline. Now if you guys could deliberate amongst yourselves, I'm going to just do a quick breakdown with the audience here. And then you guys can deliberate if there was any changes that need to be made. Audience participation is being tabulated right now. This is down to the nitty gritty here. Hold on. Let me enter something into the chat here so that I can get them up and running. Okay. And so for those of you guys in the audience, I can't say thank you enough. If you've been here since the beginning, if you guys reposted, if you shared that, we are so appreciative. There's 10 million sats riding on the line right now. So many of you guys sent in submissions. We are so grateful for each and every one of you guys that submitted something. Obviously, this is a subjective contest, so it's subject to the whims of the judges and what they find entertaining and what they find beautiful. And so these were the top 12 submissions that we got, and we wanted to limit it to 10, but there were so many. We added a couple more in there. We wanted to give you guys as much entertainment value as we possibly could, but without you guys, without the social layer, none of this would be possible. Thank you guys who are on the Orange Pill app, those of you guys that are sharing, and you guys have left reviews and helped us build this thing. The Orange Pill app just passed a year old last month. So this is brand new. I mean, this is something that's very, very new, and we just passed 8,000 users on the app. And if you know anything about Orange Pill app, it's not about the massive quantity. It's all about quantity. And now the quantity is coming. I mean, the charts for Orange Pill app are going up like crazy as far as the amount of new users signing up. But the quality of users, the high signal users on the Orange Pill app, it is very, very refreshing. Every day your DMs are going to be filled with somebody that's probably close to you, or somebody that you can meet at a conference coming up soon, somebody that you can meet in real life, and you can have really high quality conversation. Like we mentioned earlier, there's now group chat that you can engage in as well. So if you want to get on Orange Pill app, meet some other Bitcoiners. I wish I would have had Orange Pill app when I first got into Bitcoin. I think it would have saved me from my altcoin phase. It would have been a nice accountability partner for that. If you guys are in the chat and you've met somebody in real life through Orange Pill app, please give a thumbs up or say, I met somebody on Orange Pill app. Because it is important for Bitcoiners to see that there's other Bitcoiners out there that want to meet. You might think that you don't have anything interesting to say, or you might think that you don't have a hot take, and so nobody cares. I guarantee if you are willing to sit down and just talk about Bitcoin, it doesn't matter if you have the craziest take on Bitcoin or if you just want to learn more from other Bitcoiners. I guarantee other Bitcoiners in your area are going to want to meet you. And so, like I said earlier, we also have the merchant section coming out Q1 2024. This might be the biggest step forward in terms of building the parallel economy. If you're a merchant, if you're a brick and mortar merchant, or if you know somebody that has a brick and mortar business, have them go to theorangepillapp.com/merchants and sign up to be on our waiting list to be onboarded as one of our first batch of merchants. And so hold on real quick. The judges are deliberating. Yep. Okay, man, these are tight scores. They're getting into some high level math over here. so anyways, you guys, judges, are you guys ready to go? Okay, here they are. Ben, I'm gonna let you be the voice of the judges here. If you want to announce the deliberations that you guys had off camera,
Yeah.
take us from there.
Yeah. So basically, there were 3 videos, which we've already kind of alluded to, that were in top of mind for all of us. And funny thing is that I know that each one of us is pulling for a different video. And so it's kind of impossible for us to really like split our decision here. So what we're going to do is I guess let's give it a countdown, and we will let the audience basically spam their favorite video. And the 3 selections are Sophie, Tony, and Connor with the Bitcoin rap and all the video that he put together. So audience, let's see it. Sophie, Tony, or Connor with the rap, and just spam the hell out of who you want to win. And we're going to see what fills up the most here. So let's see it.
This is like
you
the
want to
applause
play,
meter, guys.
Should we play the snippets of the videos again, maybe? If someone's dropped in late here,
let's really quick see who's popping up here. I'm seeing Connor, Sophie, Connor. There was a bunch of Tony earlier. Sophie, Tony, play Tony, 3 in a row. There's Connor, Tony, Connor, Sophie, Tony, Connor.
This is hard to say.
All right.
Holy cow.
I'm seeing a lot of Tony and Connor, but it's hard to. So I don't know. What do we? All right.
You want?
There's like
didn't
totally
get to
split.
see them.
Okay.
This is so tight.
Yeah, this is going to be tight. Okay.
Now,
okay.
We invited some
audience,
of the. Go ahead.
Ask yourselves, which song is most memeable? Which is the one that you want to be a Bitcoiner anthem?
I feel like that might sway the decision, Knut.
Yeah, it might. Okay, but I'm biased, so don't trust verify. But yeah,
we're literally, the judges are each rooting for a different winner. So it's
yeah.
Brian,
and so are the audience.
You
this
might
is
have to
great.
be a split vote.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We might have to. I think that Brian should maybe make a final decision here. I don't know, based on what you're seeing in the chat, and knowing that kind of each of us is all compromised in our own way.
Yeah. Wow.
What,
this is. Go ahead, Knut. What were you gonna say?
Tony's score was lower, right? And Sophie's was the highest with the 0.21 there, but I'd say that's a draw between
really
Tony.
threw a wrench in things, didn't it?
So this is like bodybuilding. So I don't know if you guys know anything about bodybuilding. I don't really. I heard something one time that they do a pre-judging and then they do the on-stage judging, and that's what actually throws a wrench into the scoring sometimes, is because the pre-judging can be different. So just so you guys know in the audience, all the judges gave a pre-judging score. So we walked into this and I thought I kind of knew who was probably going to be one of the favorites to win. And the scores changed somewhat live. I mean, that makes sense because it's maybe a second or third time they've watched it. There's now, there's maybe you're seeing different things in the video that you appreciate more, or you find, errors that you are judging more harshly against. And so, there was some flips as far as who had the highest score. So the highest score in the second round of judging went to Sophie, followed by only 0.21, was followed by the OPA rap, and then followed by 1 point was Tony with Stupid Deep. So the margin for error here is about 1.21. I think that's a very, very close race. Are you guys giving it up to my discretion of what the audience is saying here? Is that what you guys are deferring to?
Maybe we should allow you to basically allocate an extra point based on what you see what you're seeing.
So I mean, I think that with the audience judging, I think that you're gonna get, because I have to. I think I've seen so many in a row for. Okay, can I just announce it?
Do
that
it.
okay with you guys? Guys, this is so much pressure. And I thought the pressure was on you guys. I was fully prepared to come in here and make you guys sweat. But guys, I did not see this as the winner originally today. I thought it was very good. But when we watched it again, and actually for the third time, Connor, congratulations! You just won 10 million sats.
Oh, damn.
Tony and Sophie.
Dang.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. And guys, just for the record, I don't know Connor, and I did feel a pull. I felt a bit of a bias towards Tony and Sophie to give it to them. Theirs were phenomenal, and as far as raw talent, that might have been higher. But as far as this is a Bitcoiner competition, and I think that Connor nailed the Bitcoin talent. If we're ever gonna name something talent in Bitcoin, I think that was it. It was memes, it was shout outs, it was call outs, it was a deep track for Bitcoin. And so Connor, I have to give it to you. The audience, I think, swayed it because I did add a point. Like Ben said, I added a point for Tony, but I also added a point for Connor as well. And so that leaves Connor out on top. So guys, thank you so much. Connor, we had just like a few minutes ago, once we realized Connor's score was so high, we sent a DM to him to come onto the live stream. Connor, are you with us? If you're in the audience, please, I think Mateo sent you the restream link. And so hopefully we can pull Connor up on here.
We've had Tony and Sophie backstage off and on. I feel like we should say a quick hello to Tony's back there, and if Sophie pops on, we should say hey to her too.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring them up if they're back there. So.
Yeah, here comes.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yo, I did not picture you having an accent. That threw me for a total loop there.
Yeah, sorry about that. But thank you. Thanks for the kind words. You guys were really, really nice.
That was wonderful. Wonderful performance. You have such a beautiful voice.
Thanks. That was my first time attempting to sing for Sats.
You and Sophie should perform together.
Yeah, absolutely. And with a rap in the bridge section.
Yeah,
Now, my real question is, did I sway you in any way towards getting a streak in your hair?
You know, I've never considered it until today, and now I'm considering it more strongly. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, we'll talk. Maybe we'll raise a Sats fund for that.
That'd be awesome.
That thing's infectious, man. That thing's moving around the world at the streak.
What about a large gray beard?
Now that I would go for. That's my plan, actually.
Yeah, or a flamenco dress.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Hey, thank you guys for doing this. And I want to shout out the Orange Pill app because I've been on it, I don't know, maybe for like a year now. And before I got on it, I had never met any other Bitcoiners locally. But since joining it now in Ohio here, we have at least a couple meetups and have been meeting up regularly throughout the year. I would now say I have a handful of friends who I know are Bitcoiners. And that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the Orange Pill app. So you guys are doing good work. Keep it up.
No worries. And we have another person joining us. Is that you, Connor?
Yes, sir. It sure is.
There he is.
Dude, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm trying to find out how to turn this camera around.
Oh, I thought your computer won. This was computer generated.
There we go. I told my fiat
Hi, Connor,
bosses.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I can't believe it. Wow, it's a dream come true.
You're fiat mining literally as we do this.
That's right. And I told my fiat bosses I need 21 minutes.
So wait, how did you know that this was happening? You just got messaged by Mateo, and he let you know that were you listening in on this while you were supposed to be working as well?
Bingo. So I had it in one ear, and then Mateo wrote me and said that if I could join, that I might win. And so I started putting some things in motion, and here I am. I can't believe it. Like I literally just rushed away from the desk right now.
Wow. That's exciting. Yeah, I mean, as the scores were coming in, I off camera was frantically messaging Mateo. I said, we got to get Connor on the stream because looks like he's going to be in the final round. That was much closer than I expected. Mm-hmm. The level of entertainment that you guys all provided in your videos was excellent. I mean, each touched a different note. Tony, it was just like raw and impressive with your skill. It literally, like I said, when your video ended, I don't know if you heard my statement. I said, I want to be a better man. Like that's exactly how I felt after that video. Connor, I just felt like I wanted to run through a brick wall and just go smash by some Bitcoin. I mean, that to me, that was the essence of, I think, what the audience was feeling and why the audience maybe pushed that over the finish line. And then Sophie's was this perfectly apt song for the time of the year, the season, the mission of Bitcoin and all these things, the coalescence of all those things. So guys, you couldn't have made it more difficult. And, we can't say thank you enough for being part of the Bitcoin social layer and what you guys contribute, not just only in participating, but in, maybe exercising these brilliant skills that you guys have out in the real world and showing the world what, how excellent Bitcoiners are. And so thank you guys for that.
Yeah. And Connor, the next time we're in Miami, we promise you we'll ask Mike if we can bring a friend along to the yacht party.
Oh, man. That is fantastic.
How long did it take you to come up with those lyrics and also the visuals for it?
So I saw the Orange Pill app tweet about the talent show. I had it in my email box for about 3 or 4 days, and then my fiance told me that I should absolutely do it. And so I spent probably about an hour writing the rap, and then about 6 hours laying it on the track, and then probably about 20 hours making the animations. That's the first time I've ever done something on PowerPoint like that.
Those were spot on, and thanks for all the shout outs and everything. It was absolutely awesome.
So it looks like Sophie wants to collab with you in Miami. Maybe a submission for 2024.
Oh, bring it on. Let's go. I'm in Austin, but I'll fly to Miami anytime.
Love it. Yeah, Sophie is also informing us she would be up here on stage if her Wi-Fi was cooperating with her, but she's here in the audience nonetheless. And again, hats off to Sophie for an incredible submission too.
Yes, you're all winners in my eyes.
The audience has been asking that the way we sign off this stream is by playing, of course, the winning submission at the end. So Brian, I'll let you kind of take the end here, but when we're ready, we will finish off with our winning submission.
Just one more point. One more PowerPoint. You said that you made the video in PowerPoint. I absolutely love that.
I didn't know how to do it any other way.
No, but it's perfect.
He drew some of the stuff with Microsoft Paint, and he just nailed it. Connor, dude, that was incredible, and I'm really excited to watch it one more time on the way out. I do have a feeling, guys, that this is going to be the viral video of the bull run. And so, Connor, if the 10 million sats isn't enough, I think that the viral Bitcoin song of this next epoch should be maybe even something else to tell your future children about, that you're gonna etch your name into the history of Bitcoin. But thank you everybody in the audience, guys. This was, again, the idea of Natalie Brunell, and sure enough, we were in a meeting and Ben graciously said, you know what, hey, I have the technical know-how to make this happen. Knut said, absolutely, I would love to get on this stream. So thank you guys, the hosts, so much for contributing your time. Knut, I know it's late where you are. Natalie and Ben, you guys are a little bit ahead of me on the time scale, but thank you guys for cutting into your evening and everything that you guys do for the Bitcoin community. It really means a lot. But guys, everyone here, whether your name is big in Bitcoin or whether your name is small in Bitcoin, that is totally irrelevant. Like Knut said earlier, Bitcoin is the people. If you can keep a secret, you are your Bitcoin. That's all you need to do. You can contribute to Bitcoin through your human action. You can the economic decisions you make are what contribute to a brighter, oranger future. And so that can be showing up to a conference. That can be contributing to something like a geyser fund, or contributing to some sort of Bitcoin startup or business or something like that. But it can also be as simple as just meeting other Bitcoiners wherever you are. Ben has been doing a fantastic job with these pop-up circular economy, parallel economies, where he is in Calgary. You can do something similar to that. I hope that you guys tune into Ben's Christmas episode coming up December 22nd. We're going to be, I get to be on the panel where we're talking about the parallel economy. I don't think that there's a bigger idea right now in Bitcoin. While everybody else is talking about BlackRock and ETFs, us Bitcoiners are building the Bitcoin social layer. That's the peer-to-peer interactions that Satoshi talked about in the title of the white paper for Bitcoin. And so if you guys want to participate in the Bitcoin social layer, if you want to meet other Bitcoiners near you, if you want to group chat with local Bitcoiners or zap somebody through the app or participate in the upcoming merchant adoption rollout early next year, you can do that. Just go to the App Store, go to the Google Play Store and type in Orange Pill app or go to the orangepillapp.com. Guys, we love you. We're grateful for you. Everybody that submitted videos, thank you so much. And with having said that, here is the Bitcoin song of the next.
Wait, let me just say one quick thing. Thank you guys all. We really appreciate all the submissions. I know some people didn't get to see theirs. We tried our best. Thank you. Thank you. You guys make all of this for us. Nobody got paid to be here. This is everyone just generously donating their time. We're so grateful you're on the app. So kick it off, Ben.
All right, off we go. And everybody that submitted, thanks for being a part of it. And we'll just leave you with, we'll lead you with the song. I'm going to cut everybody's audio and video here. So have a great evening, everybody. So we'll see you later.
Running Bitcoin, word to Hal Finney. May he rest in peace, Lord of New Money. With no shortcoming, put the code to the test. 15 years later and
there is no second best.
Bank account steady, zero, wallet stay stacking. Heroes turn to villains, but my wallet stays stacking. Wall Street or McDonald's, bet my wallet stays stacking. You should bet your life that I'll always stay stacking. Stacking, I'm stacking, my wallet isn't average. Coinbase are cracking, it's all a rite of passage. Better get them sats off before they come to ravage. Yeah, I'm talking 21. When I say that this is savage. Ain't worried about no Rolex, no Forex. I'm in Bitcoin just for the tech and respect. Now watch me hop on this jet while I jet heading to El Salvador. Cause I'm a bull, no matador. Attaboy, I'm not that annoyed. Ain't got no sats on no asteroid. I'm employed and I'm past the joy. I'm ecstatic, number going up erratic, higher than the attic. It's just a fatic, we'll pass. Man, I've had it. Supply is inelastic, demand stay drastic. Fiat breaking bad like an addict, a bad habit. Nakamoto did some magic, the rabbit just come up the hat like who has it? Open source spazzing, fantastic. Congress way too dramatic. Brad Sherman is squirming, Liz Warren is wailing. Chancellors be bailing when they ought not to be. Meanwhile, we at sea, sailing to Michael Saylor's $100,000 yacht party. Waving a Knut and Natalie while Session just paddling from El Zante Beach with Nayib Bukele. Mining hella Satoshis in a geothermal fashion. Rationally rationing, hashing algorithms, and I found my rhythm just in time like it's Jan 3rd, 09. At first I was trying to make $1 million, now I know that fiat is the villain. Stack his hats up to the ceiling, all the while orange pilling. Friends and enemies, forget a generation. BTC is once in a species. Y'all feel me? Running Bitcoin, word to Hal Finney. May he rest in peace, Lord of New Money. With no shortcoming, put the code to the test. 15 years later and
there is no second best.
Bank account steady, zero, wallet stay stacking. Heroes turn to villains, but my wallet stays stacking. Wall Street or McDonald's, bet my wallet stays stacking. You should bet your life that I'll always stay stacking. Janet Fallon yelling and sending Senator Warren walking to a bar. And they wanna check my tour. Browser, who's mine? All you're finna find is a white paper from 2009. Feeling asinine yet while I sip wine, yes. Word to Peony Lane, the GOAT, greatest of all time, yep. Soon to be more popular than Francis Coppola. Or if not, then I'll pull up with my orange pill app and spit an orange pill rap. Check my method of attack, I'm a role model of hodling. Orange pills I'm swallowing, no corners like hodl them. Feed them, fodder and foster them, no teeter and totter, no son and daughter them. Fiat fathers, we just slaughtered them. In Bitcoin, we just honor them. Feeling like a rabbit hole, safety, best book ever wrote. Kaiser laughing, Alex Jones, that's my time, it's time to go. Until the next time that I'm back, feel free staring, hodl tag. Look, my name is Connor, I'm a blast like the rest of us. We're just sailor back and Foss, we will back on now. Free Ross! Free Ross.